It's a big shout.
Do you think he will do a Rashford massive return?
Nah.
I don't think he's that type of player, man.
Nah, he's not. I know who I want in my midfield. We have midfielders to put in the midfield. I don't need Bruno to be in that midfield.
Finishing but he has 14 goals this season, which is a lot. More than people think. 14 goals for the season.
Yeah.
You shy now?
Oh, it's not.
Yes,
Okay, well, let's welcome back to the Johan Cruyff Arena. I'm opening the show today. Joined by my brother Pitts. How are you, brother?
Well, and yourself?
I'm excited, bro. Manchester United fan you are. And, you know, we obviously done brilliant this weekend. You know one thing about United, though? We give you hope. And then we take away the hope. So what do you think about the performance yesterday?
It wasn't convincing at all.
Not convincing.
At all.
But I think Eric Ten Hag, nah, like, the mentality is there, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
So, from end of the World Cup, right?
Yes.
In terms of stats, Rashford has been the best.
United's been the best.
United has been the best. Yeah.
So from, I want to ask you guys a real question about the club now. And please be honest.
Of course.
Please, we need to be serious now. None of this, you made me look bad last week.
And I'm going to do it again this week.
But like an honest observation of your team, seeing that we're 75% through the football for the season.
Yeah.
I'll start off with you. Like when you were after the World Cup, how did you see your run?
Personally, bro, for me, he's obviously starting on me first now. I think United absolutely brilliant, bro. Compared, this is the best I've seen him in years, bro. Like the mentality, the consistency. We have the standout player plus the other guys are chipping in as well. And I feel like that's one thing that we lacked over the years. Like we always either had the standout player just doing his thing, then everyone else is playing trash.
Bruno.
Or we had everyone just playing evenly and there's no like star man. But I think we have both this season. Like we have Rashford totally shining. Like back in the days when Ronaldo was there, we had Rio Ferdinand, when everyone was a superstar. Do you know what I mean?
Say your piece. Say your
Yeah.
piece.
Nah, you can carry on.
Yeah. So I feel like we have a good balance in terms of like relying on individual and relying on the team. So I think United have been brilliant. Would have won the league if the league started after the World Cup. Wait.
And you made me look bad.
Nah.
You asked me.
I actually hear that.
No ifs and buts.
I hear that.
Besides,
19 points behind and they saying that.
besides,
Get real.
besides the okay guys, you're gonna respect us here on the couch. Respect my club, please. You spend 500 million in Koulibaly doing a madness. So please. So what I'm saying is like, besides the 7-0 against Liverpool, bruh, United have probably been the best team in the world since the World Cup.
You have to say besides the 7 goals.
Besides the 7-0
Bro, wait, one question though, no? What club in England has a trophy this season?
And a 71% win rate.
That's true, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
so
that
we are.
makes sense what he says. Since the World Cup, United's been the best team.
We're not disputing that, but we're always gonna say if buts and
Yeah, I
ifs.
get you.
Last week I got killed for that. So if buts, it's facts now.
Regardless,
It's facts.
the facts is this season, if we're counting trophies, United are the best in the league, even before the World Cup.
Yeah.
How about that? Because
That's
what is football about? Football's about trophies. So you guys have no trophies, you have no trophies, you have no trophies. So right now we have a trophy and you man don't.
6
So
months.
we are the best.
In 6 months, Chelsea won what? That's all I want to ask.
That's
Chelsea
all,
won.
man.
But
That's
that wasn't deserved.
It wasn't deserved.
It was one. What did you say about trophies? You
Bro.
can't say it now. What did you say about trophies?
Bro,
It's all about.
it's all about trophies. Football's about
That's all.
trophies.
If that's what we're going by, then that's all it is.
But
Don't compare.
you know, United. Yo, I'm not even giving Pitts a chance. Sorry, I'm gonna give you a chance now, bro. I just need to kill this brother over here. First and foremost, Chelsea in the past on trophies, United are better than him. Chelsea this season on trophies, United are better than him. So I don't know what you're on about, bro.
All I'm saying is, the 6 months you've had a United is a top team.
Yes.
Top for me, team that I've watched this whole season. I think I agree that it's top 5.
You're paying DSTV, no?
Yeah, full faithful. And I'm watching 208 games. I'm watching 208 games. So I'm watching
That's
it.
a proper couch manager, bro.
But like I'm looking at your run now, you beat City was after the World Cup.
Yeah.
City was after the World Cup. You lost to Arsenal.
Sure.
But I mean
Barcelona, don't forget that one.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. The draw, and then you beat Leicester, and then you beat Barca, and then you beat Newcastle, then you beat West Ham, then Liverpool happened, but then you beat Betis, and you beat Betis again. For me, like you said in the past, I want to hold you accountable with this Tina ticket. Remember when you used to say that? You used to say that. How do you feel about that statement now? And be honest.
I say what I said, but at the same time, I'm still not 100% convinced.
You're not as sold and delusional as the guy next to you.
Nah, I understand where it's coming
It's
from,
facts, yeah.
but at the same time, we have to be realistic also. Because to come from winning a trophy to losing 7-0, there's not really something right going on.
I think that's a freak result though, and I feel like it's a freak result, bro. Against Liverpool, I mean, like that's 1 in a million, bro. That's 1 in a million. Now, what I personally feel is like why I think Erik ten Hag is the one is because you can see that Graham Potter's not the one. Do you get what I mean? Graham Potter's the manager that's just like, okay, the football director tells me what to do. He's a puppet, bro.
Yeah,
But Erik ten Hag is the man in charge. He let Ronaldo go, bro. The best player of our generation. He let him go. He put his foot down. So that's why I think Erik ten Hag is the guy.
So as United, where do we go from here to make improvements to get on a consistent level?
Yeah, that's important.
Like challenging for league, not just like Champions League spots, like for league titles.
I think it's way too early to have that conversation though. Because he's only found his form now at the end of the season. So we have to judge him now on next season. Because once we see how he performs next season and he doesn't get another trophy, then we sort of can say like, okay, he's not consistent. But we haven't given him a chance. What if he wins the treble this season? What if he wins 3?
That's the thing though, like we're not very far off the top. Like we can get to where they are, but just like there's a few tweaks that need to be made. And also like looking at the run coming up now for United, it's not easy as well. We play Brentford in the FA Cup. That's Brighton in the FA Cup. We play Brentford in the league, and then we play Everton.
Sean Dice.
Everton's fighting relegation, so they're not going to be easy. Brentford have not been easy all season. And then we get Sevilla. We get Sevilla in the Europa,
Yeah,
and that's their tournament.
That's their tournament.
So, as a United fan, I'll just hope for the best, really, because right now our players are getting suspensions like it's nothing, injuries like it's nothing, and squad depth is not really on our side. We have men like McFred as replacements, Maguire.
He got the call up, bruh.
So Ten Hag has a big task to do. So hopefully, I think he will make the right decisions in the transfer window.
I have a question for you before you go on, man. Like, we always have this debate, man, in the group. Like, I want to ask you now, honestly, as United fans, like, with this Jadon Sancho, Anthony sort of digging, man, like, it's not fair. Like, some of us can agree that it's not fair. It's not been a fair judgment in terms of the two players, man. Whereas JS7 is not getting like slandered like Anthony.
And that's because he's
Anthony has
English.
to be better, to be honest, like than Sancho.
I don't think it's necessarily because he's English though, personally. I feel like it's more because Anthony's doing a madness with his feet and that.
Yeah.
Because Anthony's doing, and if Anthony wasn't a flary player, it's the same thing like Pogba. If Pogba just played football, if Pogba was both to the same price, if he just played football, he didn't do all the fancy stuff. Then they wouldn't have violated him.
Yeah.
But the fact that he stands out, he's an easy target. When things go wrong, it's Anthony's fault. Why was he doing spinneroonies?
Nah, but like to me, yesterday when he came on, he changed the game. So he's more effective than Sancho.
Sancho. I hear that one.
That's what I'm trying to figure out now.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Personally, I feel like at next season will be Sancho's season. I feel like this season he's dealing with a lot of personal battles. And last season he came in the beginning of last season, no? Or the beginning of
Last season.
Yeah, he came in the beginning of last season. So I feel like last season was his settled season. This season he had a bit of a rocky start. But I think next season he'll push on. Personally, it's a big shout.
Do you think he will do a Rashford massive return?
Nah.
I don't think he's that type of player, man.
Nah, he's not.
I think he works in a system.
Yeah.
I don't think he can do it on his own.
And it must benefit him.
Pep knew, man. Pep knew.
And it must benefit him.
A team like Arsenal.
One thing I want to say is Bruno Fernandes, so much criticism against Liverpool yesterday. The ball to play Anthony in, the penalty
You were right.
under pressure, and also the last goal, bro.
Yeah.
Last question.
Yes.
Last question. We were talking about this before you came actually. With Bruno Fernandes, I wanted to ask you, in that midfield of Bruno, Casemiro and Eriksen, who you taking out?
If I had to take one player out,
Bruno.
No ways.
nah, I'm taking Eriksen
Eriksen
out.
out.
I'm taking Eriksen out.
That's where I leave it. That's where I leave it.
Eriksen is replaceable.
I need to ask you guys a serious question.
Eriksen is
As
replaceable.
United fans, as United
Eriksen has been
fans,
out for how many years now?
I'm not talking about like let's work in the period that they will both play. Let's not do if buts and who is integral to that. Are you still saying Bruno?
Yes, bro. Bruno's in his prime. Eriksen is on his.
It's a simple yes or no answer. Yes.
I get violated for crazy shouts, bro. What he's alluding to now is he's saying that he would take Bruno out.
Why would you take Bruno out?
But you know he's alluding to it, but he doesn't want to say so.
Just ask the question.
Bruno's the new, like, most disrespected United player.
I just
Bro, okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, no? Would you have the midfield you have now? Would you put Bruno in it? Would Bruno make your midfield?
I have now.
Huh?
I would have a midfield I have now. Kovacic and Enzo, but that's not my turn to speak.
Bro,
that's not my turn to speak.
this guy's on something.
That's not my turn to speak.
This guy's on something.
Serious?
That's not my turn to speak.
Bruh,
That's not my turn to speak.
That man scores goals and he assists week in, week out.
That's your player, and now I'm not fighting you on that.
So you won't make it into your Chelsea team?
It's not my turn to speak. I'll answer that when it's my turn.
Oh my
Nobody.
days.
When it's my turn. Oh wait, nah, thank you very much, gentlemen, for being honest.
Otherwise, bro. Do you think we win the league next season?
We definitely up there.
100%.
100%.
First or second for me as well. Vibes.
Definitely.
So
We back.
we're all back.
back.
First time on the seat. I'm gonna be honest, it's like two, but we leave it at that. But thank you for being here, Fix, Vapi, Evie. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate that, man. Because you are gonna have a sort of a serious conversation. We're 75% into the league now. Into the footballing season. So, like, I just wanted to tap on Chelsea, and I'm grateful that you are next to me because you're actually a fair judge of football.
You want to talk to me?
Nah, I didn't say anything, dog. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything, but going and starting from after the World Cup, I also just want to look at the runner games as well.
Let's start off with that conversation, man.
Of what?
Why you wouldn't put Bruno into your Chelsea midfield?
So in terms of that, man, like the system itself just doesn't work for Bruno.
Maybe besides
Nah,
that.
let me.
What is your system? What is your system?
Let me. You see, that's the thing, bro. I need to finish my point.
Now,
Just
finish
quick to
it.
answer.
Finish it.
Sorry. So, my bad. That's right, so thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. On that point, man, it's like I know who I want in my midfield. We have midfielders to put in the midfield. I don't need Bruno to be in that midfield. I'm not discrediting. You need to listen, bruh. You need to relax. That's your point. You always want to speak. Bruno does something for United that he can do for United.
But he can't do that for Chelsea.
I don't think at this moment in time we need a player like Bruno.
Okay, let me put into perspective for you. Remember Chelsea, like the run you were talking about, that 8 games, not scoring, you know?
True.
Do you not think a player like Bruno creates more chances for Chelsea at the moment than any other Chelsea player?
Even with those chances created, who scores them.
My bro, it's the same.
That's foolish.
It's the same.
It's
with,
no, it's a
Nah, look.
Look, answer the question, bro. So you saying you'd rather have no
James,
chances created
you
or
need-
chances created and chances missed?
You need to understand that we've done that cup where we've created 128 shots taken. We've scored 7 goals. What's the point of creating chances with stats like that? You need to understand we can't work with the if buts and maybes. We're working at this point.
Nah, but just generally think about it. Like, just think about the
Also-
effective side of it.
Also on that, we have players that can do that. It doesn't work to buy a player that can do that now. When you have a player that can do that, Mount has done it before, even though he's having a poor season.
Mount over Bruno.
I did
Nah,
not
I'm
say this.
asking
It's
you.
Bruno over Mount.
Okay.
It's Bruno over
Okay.
Mount. Are you happy? Are you happy?
Yes, I'm very happy. But I didn't ask you, does
I'm
Bruno
just saying.
improve your team or
What
improve
do
your
you
goals?
say?
I asked him, would you put him in that midfield?
No.
Okay, that's your take.
Do you want me to elaborate
Now
on
you
why?
already elaborated enough.
Yeah,
bro.
you should do it.
Said my
What did you
piece.
watch this season, man? Like, did you really think it was going to turn out to be like this?
In terms of how it looked,
From
it was coming.
You think it was coming?
Mason Mount still perform, it was coming. Mason Mount still perform, it was
Looking at
coming.
your squad on paper,
The best.
you didn't.
Do you know who my witnesses? You know who my witnesses? That guy over there. I told this guy from when we won the Champions League, we did not deserve the Champions League. Chelsea has been getting progressively worse
Since then, yeah.
since then. If you don't believe me, listen. You know I was Brighton because I could not watch Chelsea anymore. I cannot watch a team that's lacking an identity, lacking a drive, trying to fight that spirit. If you don't have that shit, I'm not watching the game, bro.
Sure.
Do you understand that DSTV is 1.2, dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, but as a Chelsea fan, you understand that, but then at the same time, you expect a European spot. Like,
Us-
you know you're not going to be amongst the top 4, the top 3, but you
This
expect
season.
to play
Confidence.
Europa or confidence, but
Yeah.
you're not nowhere near that. You didn't expect to be
Yeah.
10th.
10th, yeah.
No, obviously not 10th. I would have said 4th, 5th, 6th. I would have said so. Not 10th. This is bad. This is putrid. Like this is a
bad.
very bad. This is very bad.
Oh, yeah, this is
But
actually.
it's also going to go to the point that there's a lot that Graham Potter came into. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like we acquired João Felix. Oh, we're seeing now Pretty Boy is doing nice.
Nah, he's good. He's good. I like him.
Like that is a nice addition to the team, but what does it change? Nothing. It has changed nothing. So we can look back as far as, if I'm not mistaken, when did our losing streak start?
Okay, but look. Okay, besides the season, do you think with whatever they have like momentum down the season? I think they won the last 3 games.
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Nah, they
Between-
drew against Everton 2-2, and that was a bad
3
draw.
games, isn't it? At least though.
What do you
They're on a bit of a run, scoring some goals now. They haven't scored 3 goals in a long time.
Yeah, that's
In
true,
one
that's
single
true,
game.
that's true.
So, do you still think they can win the league next season?
Win the league next
Nah,
season.
they have scored 3 goals though.
Nah, that's reaching.
I think
reaching.
I think they have a chance.
Here's what I'm saying. Here's to answer your question. Nah, Vapi, to answer your question, I will answer you as a fan. You see, all of you guys, you can see this.
I said I'm playing like.
Owens, here's what I like about football, man. It's always opinions, right? So you need to hear his opinion out. I can answer why I hear you shout. If we make, I said if we make conference, let those guys run around there and pretend to
challenge for
work.
the league. Okay.
Then challenge for the league. Bro, we can do that.
Personally, I feel like Chelsea are in the United spell. They're gonna stay like it for like 5-6 years.
That's gonna.
Because they don't have an owner that loves football. They have
Yeah.
an owner that likes money and wants to
Money.
see progress, bro.
Three words. Time will tell. Time will tell. That's the fairest thing to say. Time will tell.
But at the moment, you guys look nowhere near challenging for anything.
So here's another thing. Here's another thing. You know, the artillery. Like we've seen it with you guys. You've bought players that like random ass players. I would say there is a difference between the catalogue of players that Chelsea have bought
Compared to United.
compared to the United.
I
So
get
maybe that works in our favor
Favor.
if these guys have football IQ on the pitch.
I
It's
don't
a
think
reach,
there's lot
it's a
of- What's the difference? What do you think is the difference?
Artillery-wise,
I think it's just quality of players.
quality of players.
Quality of players compared to what United
I
had
was
at a certain
Schneiderlin.
time.
Come on. United had quality. United had Sanchez in his prime.
Okay,
just
yeah.
leaving Arsenal.
Di Maria, all
Di
the-
Maria. Just won the
Falcao.
Champions League. Man of the match in the 2013
was-
Champions League. Was 2013, no? La Decima.
Yeah,
2014.
'Cause
He did a
think
madness.
about the players. Think about like United bought a lot of players, right? If you take the 12 or the 15 or the 20 players that Chelsea's bought between from the start of the season and now,
Showing one season.
if you put that pool of players and you had to pick
Compared to
like
United's
a
pool.
quality depth of players, I think Chelsea will edge it by like 2.
Nice. Okay, nice. You know what?
Are you speaking?
I'm
are
being
you
honest.
speaking?
He's in a good place to rebuild though.
Are you speaking from when they were bought? Because if we're speaking from when they were bought, none of you defend. Okay, I won't say none of you defenders, but when he was bought, Maguire was quality. So you're speaking from when he was bought. I don't think that the quality of players.
Nah. I'm just
You
talking
will be
about.
less than that.
I'm just talking
I
about.
get it what they're basing now.
Like for example with Koulibaly, people
Expected.
genuinely thought that he was
Nah,
going to be good,
madness.
but he's not.
But he hasn't.
You see, so it's all about but this guy he came from like Mudryk. Like Mudryk was a high buy. Who else was another? Nkunku still coming through.
Nkunku.
Sterling's a hopeful buy.
Even Enzo for that
like
type
Enzo
of money.
Fernandez, like the quality that was picked in this window, in the short window, it sort of makes up, or it will sort of beat United's maybe 5 year run, I would say, of buying players.
But you have to remember, in this run, okay, Ronaldo, I don't think he really plays a part because he's been at United. But Pogba played a huge role.
When he bought
When he was
Juventus,
bought,
now
when
it
he
beats
was
him.
bought.
Pogba compared to Enzo also.
You see, that's Pogba and the Enzo is a good comparison.
And so I'm saying, like in the pool that United have and the pool that Chelsea have, there's more quality in the small sample size that Chelsea have bought than I would say for United.
Nah, I can't support that.
I think
It would be like 70% for United,
but
but
he's
85%
talking
for
about
Chelsea.
from
You understand
Liverpool.
what
But
I'm
you know
saying?
what it
But for me,
is? Chelsea
Liverpool
have a lot of players, man.
Most
United was signing the best players in the world.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw.
Turned out to be good signings.
Yeah.
From Southampton.
Yeah. It was good signings that went bad, essentially.
Percentage-wise, this is maths. This is maths. United have signed a lot of quality players, more quality players than Chelsea, but in the sample size, there's more
You mean
quality
percentages?
players. Yeah, like
Okay.
there's more. That's what I mean.
Thank you for explaining.
You
that.
see, that's what I mean.
There-
So
you have a higher percentage of quality players.
players,
than me.
yes. You see, so
You really think so?
No, I don't really think so. I think
Not in the pool, not in the pool, James, not in the pool.
What pool though?
So, for example, let's say in the last 10 years, United have signed, let's say, 50 players.
Yeah.
In those 50 players, 35 of them are quality. This is if now.
Oh,
Chelsea in this window have signed
in their group of players.
12, 20 players. In their group of players, we'd probably say 16 of them have been quality signings.
Oh, so that they have a higher percentage of being good in the pool.
Do you understand what I'm
Oh,
saying?
I see.
That's what I mean by that.
I get
So, coming back to your point that saying that Chelsea might go through that United patch, I hear you,
But you have better players to work with.
the
I don't
blueprint.
agree actually.
You know what it is?
No, but you can't say he's talking about percentages. You can't say he has better players to work with if he's talking about percentages.
My thing is, look, no, I think, look, and the context is different. Like United was signing their players over many years.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about.
That's true.
Because
I mean, like they bought like 3 players at centre back, midfielders.
Yeah, all in one go.
United
That's true.
had Marshall for 9 years.
You only scored 100 the other
you see,
day.
and he
See what I'm
went
saying?
through a cycle of players
He's
as
like
well.
I'll maintain
Yeah,
that.
They
man.
replacing the whole team.
I get you, but he's saying the quality of players.
Within the
Martial at
period.
that time was any of the
Yeah.
signings
You,
he
you're
signed
not
now.
you're not hearing what I'm saying. I'm saying within the period that we bought him in. Within the period that we bought him in, which is one
Which is
season.
now this year.
Which is one season. We've had the quality of depth over the sign.
Okay, we had the cream of the crop.
You see, that's what I'm getting
What do you
to.
think? What do you think they can do there? The Chelsea team that you're talking about now.
From now.
From now and
Maybe next season.
Short-term future, because obviously you can't
Yeah.
just think
Okay, so
next season
look,
only.
we drew Madrid. I say bring on Madrid because all this, bro.
Chelsea, can
I think they'll beat
Chelsea has
Madrid.
only lost to Madrid one time in the last 5 games.
You need now. Here's what I'm saying. There's no way around Madrid.
Nah, look, I understand there's no way around Madrid, but my bro, it's Madrid. Your team this season is not the team it was last season. Where the comebacks.
We don't have a choice.
No, I know. You can say bring on Madrid, but don't say bring on Madrid as if you're gonna beat Madrid.
I think so.
I think they have
The
a
ball
better
is
chance
around.
than people think. Better
The
chance
ball is around.
Better chance then?
than people think. I think like
That's what I think.
I don't think they're gonna go through, but I think like it's not.
So they have a better chance
Then
than what
people
Liverpool
think-
had, essentially.
Personally,
Okay.
yes. I think just because Chelsea is like a cup team right now. If you look at them,
Okay.
like the structure of the way they go, they just find the best players possible, and then putting
But
it in
trying to
best
see if it's
tournaments
gonna
in
work.
the
Rely on
European
individual
football.
brilliance.
So I have one more question. I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna finish off with you. With this now Madrid tie, like is it the easy game for Madrid or is Chelsea having a hard time?
You're having a tough time because the Dortmund results weren't convincing. We're straight by the
So Madrid is giving us a game.
definitely.
Personally, I feel like Chelsea will go through. And why I say this is because League and Champions League is two different, and you see it to Barcelona. Barcelona in the league going too crazy, but United
Eat
knocked
him
them
up.
out. So I think Chelsea
Yeah.
players might turn up on the day, and
That's
I
what
think
I'm saying.
I think
Do
Chelsea will
has
go
a better
through.
chance than people think.
Mm.
And
What are you
it's-
saying?
they are
Just
this
like
side.
you said, the league and the UCL is two different things, and Madrid focuses
On Champions League.
Champions League. So
That's
that's,
their
that's a
dream
polar
come.
to his argument. I heard it.
And
I
move
think
up.
it's a look. I think Madrid will go through, but I think it will be a better tie than people think. Like I don't think it will be a one and done, man. I don't think it will be all done in the first leg.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That type of thing. I think Stamford Bridge will be a good game.
Personally, if you really look at it for what it is, Chelsea have been like poor this season, worse than Liverpool.
Very much so.
And what was Liverpool's result against Madrid? Essentially, they got played off the park.
Yeah.
Not even beaten. They got played off the park.
But I don't think you can look at football like that though.
I understand.
Because if you look at it that way, United beat Barcelona, Barcelona beat Madrid, Madrid
You see-
beat Liverpool,
Nah, look, I
Liverpool
understand.
beat United 7-0.
My bro,
Do you know what I mean?
perfectly. I understand perfectly, but psychologically going into a game.
Yeah, psychological reasons.
Nah, but think about it. Psychologically going into a game, bro. Do you think as a Chelsea player you have a better chance?
You have to. You have no choice.
I know
You
you
have
have
no.
to.
That's what I.
But
think
Owens,
it's come
Madrid
down
have
to.
14 Champions Leagues.
Yeah.
But especially when the return leagues are they are.
But look,
That's what I.
I think.
Just to wrap it off, like
Yeah.
just to wrap it off, Declan, like to say this. These men must just deal with what there is now.
What there
You
is,
are in the quarterfinal of the Champions League, and out of all the teams you could have drawn, you've drawn Madrid.
But to answer the question, I think Madrid,
It's clear.
they wiped the floor with
It's a
Chelsea.
good game, but
But
you know what? You know what? Let me be delusional.
Chelsea win.
Chelsea take it to penalties.
Sure.
Chelsea take it to
It's a
penalties.
good one. It's a good one.
Chelsea take it to penalties.
I can see it. I can see it.
Except that ratio again.
I feel like that will be. We're gonna see a nice tie.
I really can't
It's gonna be a very nice tie.
Rodrigo come on.
Okay, away.
Genuinely, it's gonna be a very nice. Kante is coming back. I'm excited. We're going overtime. My bad.
Yes.
But a lot of people are coming back.
Let's just refer back to this episode once the ties are done, bro.
That's all we can say.
No, but obviously, yes, the
push
quality.
to penalties.
Yeah, I know. But my thing is, okay, I don't even know if.
Are you in? Actually, get on that point. Go on, say it again.
Honestly, I don't know if. Okay, obviously, in terms of quality, I'm definitely picking Real Madrid players over Chelsea. That's why I think every time, no matter what, Madrid's gonna go through. But Chelsea, low-key, have a better record than people think. Because I mean, they beat them on the way to winning Champions League in 2021. So
But Madrid were going to rebuild that time, man.
they were, but at the same time, last season, I think Chelsea won at the Bernabeu.
Wow.
They did win.
Yeah, they did win. And then
You
Madrid
see,
crashed it.
then Madrid won over all in
But where
aggregate.
did they clutch it? Stamford Bridge.
Stamford Bridge. That's why I say Stamford Bridge is gonna be a good game. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a good game.
That's the.
No matter what, like I think it's gonna be a great game. That one. That's the one.
But that guy on the couch is excited.
He's happy with
Nah,
that.
look, Fix, you have to be real this episode, bro.
Yeah.
And I feel like this was probably the best pairing that we could have done because you and Arsenal, Arsenal and Liverpool have done a complete switch.
The old challenges and the new challenges.
So, on that point, Fix, I want to ask you in terms of Liverpool,
Sure.
what did you think after the World Cup?
Inconsistent.
Yeah, that's a good word. I won't lie.
Simple. Inconsistent, true. Like,
Yeah.
results wise, football wise, the only good result that we've really had is like the United game. 7-0.
Honestly, yeah, I think it all.
That's a long.
For me though, if you look at the league and if you're judging points since the World Cup, Liverpool in the top 4.
Yeah, this is why. Like, I think as much as Liverpool have been poor, I think it's guaranteed top 4. I don't even think anything else. I think as much as people think United is guaranteed, I think Liverpool's guaranteed. I think the quality is too high over Spurs. That's the real competitor. Newcastle. I don't think so. Listen, the gap is. I think what's the gap between Liverpool and the top 4 right now? Somebody check for me. I think it's less than 6 or 7 points. 5 points.
7 points.
5 points. I think over the next 2 months, I think Liverpool can definitely like overtake that gap. The competitors are Spurs and Newcastle.
On that point, right? We're gonna review the. But I'm just looking at your fixture now when it popped up. You guys are playing City next.
Chelsea.
Then you're playing.
But look at
Chelsea.
that. They play the tough games, the remaining tough games first. Then there's like a gap where they play really decent games for the past. That's like 8 games in a row. It's really decent, winnable games compared to everybody else. Newcastle must still play who at home? I mean, at home Chelsea.
And
They must still play Arsenal at home. They must still play somebody else. I think Liverpool already played them twice though. You see, so I think Liverpool's got a better chance than all of them. In general,
would you say the same thing? Maybe you're going back. So two months now. We're going back 2 months. 2 months ago, would you see them sort of closing the gap? Like, let's be honest. Did we really think it was going to be 5 points?
Yes.
I'm being very honest here. I don't even think like the form is that because Liverpool has been here before, literally 2 years ago. Van Dijk got injured, and they were poor the whole season, and then they pulled it together for like 3 months.
Nah, this one's different though.
It is different. I think because the actual players are being poor themselves, but
You know,
they've got a good chance.
You know, I think Liverpool won't pull it because I think as much as Tottenham might drop points, I don't think Liverpool won't drop points. I think Liverpool will drop a lot of points.
But Newcastle as well. That's my thing. I think all 3 of those teams are going to drop points. So
That's
it's
why
very
it's
much
stay the same.
That's why it's going to be very close to the end. But I think Liverpool might pop it. I mean, Salah is still Salah. Luis Diaz is coming back. Nunez is low-key underrated. Gakpo as well.
Okay, when did Nunes come through? Start of the season, right?
So I think from the start,
I think from the start of the year, he has been.
He's been undoubtable. He's been
looking nice. I'll be honest.
Undoubtable, yeah.
So how do you feel about Nunes? Be honest. There's Gakpo as well.
Like, what can I say, Joe? Like, I can say like he's definitely like improving, but there's still things to be like worked on.
He's not a quick fix, man. He's not a quick fix.
There's still like parts of his game that like he can work on.
Finishing.
Agreed.
Finishing
Yo,
is one of
definitely.
Definitely finishing.
But he has 14 goals this season, which is a lot. More than people think.
Better
14
than
goals, 4
Anthony.
assists.
Yeah, 8
Better than Anson.
That's a lot of.
that
That's high numbers.
Oh, that one. I hear you. So in terms of like, okay, let's talk about signings now. Let's talk about signings now. It's crazy how Liverpool signings have affected them at this like time of the season. I feel like it was supposed to come a long time before, then they wouldn't be in this position that they are.
I think the main thing that's letting them down is the players who were there. Fabinho, the people who were supposed to be reliant the whole season.
Oh God.
Fabinho, the old guard has been very poor this season. Let's be honest. I mean, that midfield 3
midfield
used to be like every single one of them needs to go. That's the problem. Every single one of them. Thiago doesn't have to go. He's already gone. He's always injured.
This is a problem that I saw 2 seasons ago. Personally, I feel like at Liverpool midfield was never up to scratch. I feel like that the wingers and the front 3 were so dangerous and they were so solid. That it's they didn't play through the middle. They played through the side all the time. Whether it was the wingers or it was Robertson, Trent. It was just because of that
ball as well.
They literally.
The middle of the field is the one that worked for them, like physically. But now I think they're all physically declining.
And it's
just at its age, it's gonna happen. So Henderson's not the athlete he was. I mean, the fact that Milner's still playing at 39. He's starting games as a 39-year-old.
Sure.
Just shows you that the physical quality. I feel like in the Liverpool team right now, it just needs to be like up. You know what I mean? That's why they probably want such an energetic player like Bellingham. But I think, look, overall, man, they're still a decent team. They're still one of the better teams in the league. So I think they'll make top 4.
That's a very honest critique from an Arsenal fan. It's very detailed as well.
Yeah.
What things I want to hear from you,
Easy.
like just to wrap up your performance since the World Cup.
Sure.
What would you say? What's the next move now for you guys to make top 4?
I think the next move is trying to be consistent and making sure that we win our games, man. To give us like a nice shot, like playing Champions League football. But otherwise, I'll settle for like Europa League. Like,
Nah, never. I don't think you will even have to worry, honestly.
But like, as a Liverpool fan, what do you think the issue is? Like, to go from where you were last season, challenging for the title, to go to where you are now, what do you think is the issue?
we need a refresh. Check the squad.
I think the mental is probably. Imagine the mental like turmoil they had to go through. I mean, last season they were so close to winning it all, and they lost it all right at the end.
Quadruple shots. If you think about it, it's happened before.
It has happened before, but look,
You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
4 times. This time you almost won the Champions League. You lost 1-0 in the final.
Yeah.
You lose to City last game of the season. They were losing 2-0 for 60 minutes, and then mentally the players are thinking they actually won this title, and then just they come back, all that. I feel like it's a lot mentally on the players, and I think maybe this season is really just like a hangover.
And I think,
You know what I mean?
and with that, now we flip the switch because Arsenal has that
The new challenges.
the new challenges.
Listen, I'm gonna start off with this statement. Like, anytime you're watching Arsenal, you're watching the best team in the world. I'm telling you right now. That's my first statement. All I'm saying is.
Talking crap.
No, look. Let me substantiate. Let me substantiate.
Let him substantiate. Go on.
It's the same way when you're watching Manchester City. You watch a Manchester City team, right? You know, once this quality player gets into this team, Man City's gonna be better. I think the system is already there. I think once Arsenal make the signings they need to make, they'll be talking to serious teams.
Once, but not right now.
I think I'm talking right now because the next transfer window is right now in 2 months, and they're top of the league.
Second most points in European football.
I mean,
Napoli.
So the fact that they had 60 points after 25 games, that's not regular.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They're doing Manchester City numbers. I think. Look, the fact that listen to this. There is 1 point difference between. They could get 30. There's 30 points available right now. That'll take them to 99 points.
That's Liverpool's.
I know they're not going to win 10 games, but I think that's pretty close to the Man City team. And look at the players I'm using right now.
Yeah.
I'm relying on upholding in the
That's
back
close to
yesterday.
Liverpool, man.
You know what I'm saying? Liverpool, you see. I think these guys are doing incredible things at a young age, at a quality that if I had to ask any one of you, Arsenal player versus any player, you're picking any player. I'm telling you, this is a team that is not ready. You guys are not ready for the real players to get into the Arsenal team.
That's why I think they're not going to win the league. They don't
Quality
have
players.
Not the quality players. I think more like they don't have the experience to get over the line.
I think that's the only question that we have for them. We've had the same question. We've been telling them that they're an elephant on the top of a branch in November.
Wow,
They're 5 points clear.
They're
5 points clear. Today they're 5 points clear with 10 games to go against Man City. So I mean, everything you've been saying has expired. Now it's a new question. The new question is, do they have the balls? Do they have what it takes? That's the only question. Look, I'm telling you, that's the only question they have left. Honestly, I'm as an Arsenal fan myself, I've been waiting for them to fail. It's tiring now. I'm just gonna go with the ride. You know what I mean? I'm going with the ride.
Successful.
That's what I'm
Suffering from success.
It's suffering from success. I'm still suffering from success. Honestly, it's tough. It's tough. And that's why I really want to know, like a Liverpool fan. They've been in the title race with Man City for 5 years in a row. I don't know how you dealt with that stress.
No.
It's a lot of stress. Look, obviously it's 10 games for me now, so I'm not that stressed. Wait till it's that City game. I'm gonna really feel it that day. But Liverpool always had it over City, so I don't know. In the actual fixtures, City. Liverpool always tend to have that game over there.
But I mean, like even like from before, like watching Liverpool, you just get stressed.
Yeah, actually.
You see what I'm saying?
But
there is a difference.
Yeah.
I think like personally, like people tend to disrespect this Liverpool era because Liverpool fans will say this is one of the best teams in PL history, and then the people are like, no, it's actually it's not even that close because you've only won 1 league in 5 years. But I mean, the kind of things that Liverpool was doing, Liverpool won. I think what game is it now? 28. This time there was a point when Liverpool had played 27, won 26, and drew 1.
Before
Guys, that is not regular.
Isn't
That's
that
not
isn't that the season when City still won the league?
No. It's the one season they won the league. I think it was COVID year. I think it was the COVID year. So it's the title that doesn't exist. No one saw it.
Yeah, it's the title that what happened behind closed doors.
It's the myth title. That's the only-
Lewandowski.
Yeah, you see. Yeah, that's. I think that's why people hate on Liverpool so much. But I think it's a very underrated era. They won everything. I mean, all you can do in football is win the competitions you play in, and that's what they did.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
That's all you can do, and that's what they did. City haven't won Champions League.
Yeah,
These guys have been in
won a
3
Champions
finals. So I mean,
They have it, yeah.
I think City win the Champions League this year though.
them.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they
City,
never had.
City. Not
City.
Liverpool's gone. I think City wins the Champions League this year. City 2.
It's a good chat because
13 goals.
it is. I think it's first.
8 goals.
You know what? It's a good chat because honestly, if I say what has City been missing, like in all these other games, that clinical edge, man. That game against Madrid last season, they should have won that.
They should have won, yeah.
That first leg, they could have been 6-0, but they don't have. I mean, they were playing with guys like Jesus. I know I love Jesus, but I know that guy is a big chance miss merchant.
Yeah.
Always.
Nunes vibes.
But
And I think
even on that point, that like now that you mentioned like your attacking fluidity, everyone is bagging goals for Arsenal. Like they are like. Hence why I'm saying everything is sort of flipped on its head. What Liverpool used to have
is what Arsenal have right now.
they have right now.
Oh.
And I think the only difference, and there's a point that you might give me, is that it's the mentality. For me, for the courage and the heart and the fight they show, they just make it.
I think so.
They
Especially
just
because
make
of like someone who deserves a special mention, Leo Trossard.
I'm not gonna say
How many assists in the pot?
I'm not gonna say leave it. Leave it. Just leave
We
it.
already had this chat actually. Let's leave this. Let's leave it.
The 7th best winger in the league has assisted once again, but we leave it.
We don't say anything. How many wingers? Arsenal have 3 players in that list.
Yeah.
That's
a
crazy.
lot.
That's all of that's the whole 11. That's the whole front line.
3 in the top 7.
3 in the top 7, yeah.
Bro, let me not.
In the season.
Bro, no ways.
Yeah.
Harvey Barnes is clear up Trossard.
Oh yeah.
Harvey Barnes is clear up Trossard this season. Almiron is clear up Trossard this season. Come on, dog. Who else there?
Trossard has.
Matoma.
I think Trossard has 8 assists this season.
This guy said, Harvey Barnes!
Harvey Barnes.
Harvey Barnes is 9 goals. Harvey Barnes is 9 goals this season. What then?
Oh, is that Barry?
He's giving me stats. You giving me stats.
Okay, no. You're giving me numbers. I agree. Okay, I agree with you. I agree with you. But that's just Madison. Do you know James Madison's numbers? James Madison is low-key cooking in this season. But I'm not gonna say Madison is talking to Odegaard this year. I mean, let's be realistic, please, guys.
Harvey Barnes
I think
and
that-
Trossard on the same level.
But Trossard and Barnes are not. That's what I'm saying. Leonardo Trossard. No.
To wrap it off,
It's a Brighton player, a Leicester player. Come on, dog.
Must wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up with this.
No, I want to ask you guys a serious question. There's Trossard, there's who's this guy? Harvey Barnes. So
you didn't even know his name.
from Brighton, you have 2 choices.
With all
right?
respect to
I want
Harvey
to ask you, Fix, you have 2 choices. Is it Trossard from Brighton or Harvey Barnes from Leicester?
Harvey Barnes.
He's serious. I know he's serious. I know he's serious. What are you saying, Vapi? Leo Trossard or?
I think me and the comments will know it's Trossard. I won't even know.
Okay.
The comments and I will know it's Trossard.
Now we're gonna do a vote. Right? We're gonna do a vote. What are you
They're gonna
saying?
vote for Barnes, bro.
As United fan or as a Arsenal fan?
You have to pick. You support United. You have to pick who you taking.
Bruh.
This guy's taking Barnes.
He knows. That's why. Because he knows the answers. He knows the answers, Trossard.
I'm taking Harvey Barnes over Trossard.
But just humble these guys quickly.
Can we be real for 1 second?
How is it a comparison?
Nah, really, let's be serious.
It doesn't
Bro,
make sense.
seasons he's done it. He's done it in more seasons than Trossard. And this season.
But we know Trossard just needed the platform. And now that he's gotten
Would you choose
the
him
move he needs.
over Gabriel of Arsenal?
Yeah.
Maguire's 18 clean sheets. Would you choose him over
You can't.
You can't. I don't say
That's what you're doing.
It's not the same.
He's disrespecting our players just because they play for Arsenal. And I understand. You guys are not used to us being good. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
You're gonna get used to it, don't worry.
Oh, wait, look,
Not gonna get used
just to wrap it up, you guys have done the parent track, you've switched, and you guys must just see what happens at the end of the season. Thank you very much for coming to the Allianz Arena. It was nice seeing you, Vapi. It was nice seeing you.
Been a long time, actually. Been a long time.
Peace.